Hello and welcome to the LGBTQ review, where every week we look at some LGBTQIA+ content. We are James and Beth, and this week we're going to look at Booksmart.
It's the last day. We got you through high school.
I need to go over the end of the year budget numbers.
Can't we just graduate, head off to college? That should do it, right?
We will persist!
I can't hear you. I can't soundproof glass.
We have to go to a party tonight.
What?
Nobody knows that we are fun. We didn't party because we wanted to focus on school and get into good colleges.
And it worked.
But the irresponsible people who partied also got into those colleges.
I'm incredible at hand jobs, but I also got a 1560 on the SATs.
We haven't done anything. We haven't broken any rules.
Name one person whose life was so much better because they broke a couple of rules.
Picasso.
He broke art rules.
Rosa Parks.
Name another
Susan B. Anthony.
God damn it.
Booksmart is the 2019 coming-of-age comedy film directed by bisexual icon Olivia Wilde and written by 4 people who I'll have to read the names of: Emily Halpern, Sarah Haskins, Susanna Fogel, and Katie Silberman. Executive produced by Will Ferrell and Adam Kay. Olivia Wilde is an American-Irish actor and director. She's played lots of queer characters, including 13 on House, and she was in the OC. She was like Marissa's girlfriend, Alex Kelly in the OC, and she's also been in Drinking Buddies and Tron Legacy and all of that stuff. Booksmart was her debut film, and she won the Independent Spirit Award for Best First Feature.
I think it's such a good film for a debut as well. A lot of American comedies, especially like the Will Ferrell ones of like the 2000s and 2010s. I don't know, you can just tell like how much improv there is, kind of obnoxious humor as well. And this is just so like different. It just seems like a breath of fresh air for like big American comedies.
Booksmart follows Amy and Molly on their last day of high school when they realise, despite getting good grades and being accepted into excellent colleges, everybody else has also been accepted into good colleges or is going on to good jobs, and they all had fun and they didn't have any fun or go to any parties or break any rules, so they decided to have like a teenage experience on the last night and go to some parties and stuff, and that's the premise.
Yeah, and it's great. I love it so much. So good. It's the best comedy in like years. I was trying to think of like when the last really great comedy that I saw was before this, and I can't really think. So it's hard to say like X number of years, but like in a while. Like an early draft was circulated in like 2008, 2009. So it's interesting to think like it's had that like a long life before it became what it is, because obviously it was rewritten a lot. Originally there wasn't like a lesbian character in it. That has changed, and it was originally 2 girls looking for boyfriends on last night rather than what it turned into.
So it was Susanna Fogel that rewrote the script, so it wasn't 2 girls looking for boyfriends. Great rewrite.
Yeah, it's so well written as well. I was surprised that it was 4 writers, because it seems like such a coherent thing.
It was very popular in the UK. It was like the next place it did really well apart from the USA, and I think I was probably responsible for like half of ticket sales. It's got such a good cast. I'll just go through them and then we can pop back to them if we want to say anything about them. It's got Jessica Williams, Lisa Kudrow, Will Forte, Jason Sudeikis, Billy Lord, Diana Silver, Skylar Gissenden, Molly Gordon, Noah Glavin, Nico Haraga, he's a skater, he's just brought out some shoes, they're limited edition, get them if you want to get them. Mike O'Brien, Maya Rudolph. And then the 2 main characters are played by Beanie Feldstein and Catherine Denver. Feldstein is like, I don't want to say queen of Broadway, but she's like definitely Viscountess of Broadway. And she's in Lady Bird, which is great. And she was great in it. Good stuff.
She's in the series of What We Do in the Shadows as well, in the first series.
And then Catelyn Dever, unbelievable in Short Term 12 and lots of stuff. I think she won a lot of awards for Unbelievable. I couldn't watch it, it was too horrific.
Such a good cast. Every character is good. Like I would have happily seen a lot more scenes with any of the characters.
Yeah, I could have had a lot more Billy Lord.
I was reading about they put additional scenes in with her because she was so good.
They all end up with people that you don't expect them to as well, which I think is really good. Because not only are they like whole character-y people, they're also like complicated is not the right word. They've got depth. There we go.
I like how in the first like 5 minutes the lesbian like love story is set up, or like her infatuation with Brian.
She's got a really cute smile.
Go talk to her.
Oh, sorry.
Sharp elbows, not as sharp as your chin.
What?
It's just like immediate. It doesn't get buried. It's just like, this is this and this is this.
It's really nice to see something where she's already out and she's already out to her parents and they're like Christians and they're just fine with it because they love her. That's great. Gay people can have coming of age films too, where they just don't have to come out.
I was going to say, like, it's we see a lot of coming of age films in this. To have a film that isn't like a coming out story is like quite refreshing. I find it odd. Like, I'm very forgiving, or like I just don't care when it's like American rich kids. It just seems like a normal thing. But here, it's when it's like set in the UK, instantly it's the thing I think about the most.
It would be unbearable if it was that level of wealth, but here. A lot of the complaints they got were around these kids are so privileged, like teenagers saying this is not what teenagers are like. In defense of that, I think our school environment was absolutely nothing like their school environment, but still it is incredibly relatable. And like the pool party is so relatable. It's just you just take that out of a like LA mansion with a pool and put it into a house. And also I think the thing that is really good about it and is most relatable about it is that they're at the end of high school and suddenly they're like seeing each other as people for the first time and nobody's being bitchy or like all the pretense has fallen away, which was my experience of the end of high school.
Because you want this kind of film to be like a mass release and like a big budget kind of comedy, I think I'm like quite forgiving. Like, you want it to be like on a big scale, so like the stuff with the bow party and stuff, you want it to have like that kind of like huge feel. So when that kind of stuff happens, it's like from a distance it feels great because it's like, oh great, they're being able to do stuff on like a huge scale and stuff, and it's going to be like this big comedy, rather than thinking about the logistics of like giving out iPads and private boat parties and all the ridiculous rich stuff that happens in it.
Also, what I would say about that is that you don't see Molly's home life ever, and her house isn't like that's. She lives in that top flat with that house. I wish you got to see her parents or something.
Annabelle, such a good character.
You've got to call her AAA. I know that's the horrible thing, but you have to, because otherwise nobody will know what you mean.
Molly is slut-shaming her as much as anyone else, and then there's the great scene in the toilet, and then she has that kind of moment which is like, oh, you're all idiots and you've wasted your life, and then there's like that flip where she AAA Annabelle is like, I'm going to Yale, you're
See you there.
Yeah, and all that, and it's just so good. There's no like villain or hero in that. It's just like, like both equally shitty to each other. So yeah, all the characters are just like all-rounded people and have lots going on. The whole subplot with the teacher is probably the most.
Why is it in there?
Yeah.
Was it the leftover thing from 10 years ago?
That seems definitely the most dated and like the most like outrageous comedy kind of story. It's okay. It's not terrible. It's just like,
it's like the best way of doing that thing that they shouldn't be putting in movies anymore. Like, he's older than everybody else and he got held back a year and school is over. Fine.
They would have to cushion it as well to make it. We talk about the sex scenes in films quite a lot. This is a good sex scene. It's up there.
It is a good sex scene. Are there other films where sex scenes go wrong?
That's a good question. We usually talk about the like accuracy of sex scenes, but I don't think we ever talk about that when sex scenes go wrong, which seems like a countdown list. You don't usually get to see like really well-made comedies. They're usually just so like throwaway or like not shot as interestingly. And like, for instance, like the dull bit, the animation, that's in there as well. And that was like, I was reading about it, that took like over 5 months and stuff. And it's just like, there's so much care and love in the actual filmmaking of it, and not just like it being funny. Yeah,
it is good. I wonder if they have to put so much care and time into everything because it's like a woman-led film and they want it to do well. You know, a bit that felt uncomfortable was when the police are putting Amy in the car.
Well, that seems excessive. Shotgun. Just kidding. I don't have one.
That's such a privileged joke to make.
Yeah, if that wasn't like a white girl, I don't think they would have had the same reaction.
Should we talk about the gay bit a bit more? Because I don't know if we've... So Amy, who's one of the main characters, is lesbian. I think it's really great. It's like one of the best portrayals of teenage lesbian I've seen. There's no conflict there and everybody loves her and it's great. Amy's the nicest character. Amy's the one that's like, don't call her AAA.
Amy's lesbian, but there's lots of other characters that are queer who just aren't like identified as a certain thing. There's representation in there, but they don't have to nail people down.
I will rate it 4.9 consensual bashings.
I rate it 4.9 drug laced strawberries.
Thanks for watching. That's what we thought about Booksmart. If you've seen it, let us know in the comments below what you thought. And if you've got any suggestions, you can leave those there too. Follow us on Twitter at LGBTQ_review and like and subscribe to get all of our updates. Goodbye.